The jet engine was invented and first built in the early part of the 20th century because of the felt need for sky superiority, air superiority. The plane just literally took off, and it kept getting better and better and better by the moment. Billions of people in hundreds of countries died, of course, because of it. But the jet is with us, and it just keeps getting bigger and better and more amazing. And it changed the human map forever. Patterns of immigration went through a kind of break boundary and brought us into unimagined new realms. Not all of them make everybody happy these days. Now, in spite of exhausting long lines and security checks and the possible threat of terrorism and so on, we take for granted today that there are at any given moment tens of thousands of planes screaming across the skies with hundreds of passengers aboard at over 500 miles an hour and over 39,000 feet. Pilots, of course, are not that nonchalant. Before 9/11, I had the great pleasure of spending hours and hours in the cockpits of 747s and Airbuses and DC-10s. And here's how pilots describe these 9 and 10 and 13-hour flights. 20 seconds of sheer white-knuckle terror, followed by 9 hours of excruciating, mind-numbing, coma-inducing boredom, followed by 20 seconds of sheer white-knuckle terror. So I have this OCD thing going on when a plane is about to take off. I close my book, my magazine, my laptop, whatever, and I sit there in emergency-ready position, saying prayers and hoping that we make our destination, whatever that may be, safely. In the RCAF, I was allowed and invited to fly an expedited Beechcraft 18 once over Lake Winnipeg, which just resulted in all of my classmates unceremoniously losing their lunch. And then many years later, I was given free flying instruction over White Rock by Boundary Bay, at Boundary Bay Airport, by the people who had a flying school there. And it was a wonderful experience. The flight instructor showed me how to sort of do things, and when we took off, I almost fainted. I couldn't believe we were actually doing this. Pickle. Let us not take small miracles for granted. Like the jet airplane, I don't care how many scientists line up behind it. It is witchcraft, and there's no way getting around it. It is a bizarre activity, and you can add jet pilot to the list of things I'll never do, like scuba diving and conducting a symphony.